What the fuck is up, y'all? UFCD pre-show with Scotty Balls and my fucking homie Ron Bone. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you, Scotty?
Good, man. A little on the sleepy side tonight, but
I feel you.
It got like really dark tonight, like fast. So it's like, yeah, fucking winter's coming. You know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna get it. Brooklyn decided to delve into outer space this time, you know. So I do enjoy the fucking compilation albums, the Outer Space series.
Yes.
I do love part 2, so that was kind of a bummer that it wasn't like in the mix here at all. But that would have been a really long fucking show. So we got plus it's like what 23 tracks or something.
Yeah, it's like 23, 22, 23. It's a really long album.
It is. I love that fucking album though. But
yeah.
this one, and this is actually my original one. I bought at the Wicked Clowns from Outer Space tour when it dropped.
Yep.
In Lawrence, Kansas. So it's like, yeah, it's got all the fucking dings and yeah. It's seen better days, but it is my original one. I don't know if they ever repressed this at all or if they just had that, you know.
I believe they did. I believe there's versions that don't have the Outer Space Hatchet Man guy.
Oh, yeah?
On the back. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that they repressed it because it says only 5,000 were made, but I feel like a lot more were made than that.
Right. And that's the same time that I got this, which I don't have the case to anymore for some reason. But I got it in the slipcover. But yeah, I bought these both at the Wicked Clowns from Outer Space store. They said both of them were like limited to 5,000 copies. Yeah, fucking.
Yeah, I remember when they both came out. For some reason or another, I got the Psychopathics from Outer Space before the Psychopathic Riders album. So this is my introduction to Psychopathic Riders, and I was like, yeah, I can't wait to get my hands on that album because these tracks on here are fucking fire.
Yeah, it was awesome seeing Psychopathic Riders on there.
Yeah,
first hearing them because I had heard this album before I picked it up because I fucking downloaded it from Napster or some shit back then.
Yeah.
LimeWire or some shit. But yeah, actually picking it up and being able to hear it in fucking CD quality and not have all the chirps all over it and shit like that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. There's such a great time when that album came out. It was the Jekyll Brothers era going into the Bizarre era.
Yeah.
Twisted was getting their first real push on the label.
Mm-hmm. In fact, a lot of the tracks on this were on the original Most Tasteless album.
Yes.
So we'll get into that when we go through them. So let's fucking get into it, right?
Yeah.
We did take off the very last track on Outer Space Part 3, which is the landing, which is like just a sound effect. So,
Yeah, that way it's 15 against 15 because Psychopathics from Outer Space Part 3 has one more song. So we're taking out the outro, like Scotty said.
Right. So our first matchup.
We got off Psychopathics from Outer Space Volume 1, the Dirtball, ICP, and Twisted going up against Blastoff. Now, I think Blastoff is just an intro, right? That's not even a real song. So there's no real competition, and it would be pretty hard to beat the Dirtball anyway, because that's a classic.
Dirtball was featured on the Heavy Metal 2000 soundtrack. It was also released as a single in what magazine? Alternative Press. Yeah. So they had little Dirtball singles, and then they fucking slapped it on this album as kind of this fucking stage opener for the Outer Space theme, So it's a great fucking song. Love that song. It's classic.
Definitely. Aliens rapping about visiting Earth and what they saw on Earth and how fucked up everything is.
Yeah. Yeah. And then hearing Twisted on there, You know, Twisted was pretty new to me during that time.
Yeah.
So it was really cool to hear them like, this is Professor Data, you know, data and data and
Yeah.
back and forth. It was awesome. Love that track.
Yeah, it's such a great track. The chorus, super heavy guitars and all that. Jay screaming his ass off.
Yep.
Really dope song.
Yeah, and it was cool to hear back on that the unveiling when they referenced that fucking song. You know, when they were going through the history and stuff. This is
Yep.
our world. I mean, it just played into it. It was just fucking awesome. Yeah,
Hell yeah. So for that one, it's easy. It's a real song versus an intro, and the Dirtball is a fucking classic. So I'm going Dirtball
definitely.
on that. All right, track 2 off Psychopathics from Outer Space, Volume 1. We got Twisted with Murder, Murder, Murder going up against Dark Lotus, Further Away. Now, Further Away off Psychopathics from Outer Space, Psychopathics from Outer Space 3 is one of the stronger tracks off that album. And I really like that track. I don't know how it's been received in general, but Further and Further Away. Like, I love that shit. That's a really dope track. And then you got Twisted Murder Murder, fucking classic. Like, that goes without saying.
Right. Right. I got to say, Further Away, when anytime Dark Lotus would put music out, it was something special. You know, you had like Dark Lotus singles, like just here and there, like Cryptic Collection 2, you had Grave Robbers, and then you have, fuck, where else?
Drunken Ninja Master.
Drunken Ninja Master. Yeah, that was Cryptic Collection 2.
Yes.
Grave Robbers was actually on, what, Outer Space 2?
2. Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah. And then having that track on Port 3, I don't know, something about all them together on one track as Dark Lotus. Yeah, I like that song too. But Murder, 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 that is like straight up wicked, twisted shit from back in the day, you know?
Yeah.
That was the fucking go to track for something wicked and raw and grimy. And, you know, they both fucking schooled that track.
100%. Murder, Murder, Murder. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm going to go Murder, Murder, Murder as well. I just did a top 10 Twisted song with Mike Sears of Speak It Clout that's up on his YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
And Murder, 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 I believe was number 5 on my list. So that's going to be really hard to beat that song. Like you said, just so grimy, raw.
Yeah.
Love the bass, the storytelling, just classic shit, man.
Yeah.
Really good song. All
Definitely
right.
Told me to want to listen to more Twisted after I heard that song.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. Song number 3 off Psychopathics from Outer Space Volume 1, $50 by ICP, going up against Truth Dare by ICP. $50 to me. I love the acoustic on that shit. Just a classic track. I believe that was one that was left off of Amazing Jekyll Brothers that didn't make the album. And then Truth Dare, I don't know the story behind it. I'm not even really that big of a fan of that song. So,
all right, well, I can school you a little bit on it. $50 was also a single to the Pendulum comic series.
yes.
For which one? Was it the first track?
I don't remember the number now.
I don't remember, but it was one of the Pendulum singles. Truth Dare features Brian Abrams of Color Me Bad, who up to that point, Violent J had always dropped like hints of, you know, how much he fucking loved Color Me Bad and shit like that, like in Bloody Bitch on the Wizard of the Hood EP.
Yeah.
I scrubbed all night to some old Color Me Bad, and then he got fucking Brian Abrams on a track with him, and he does like the chorus and shit. It's fucking very well done. It was a awesome fucking song. To me, I mean, it's not like just the whole thing is Truth Dare double. It's a pretty dope song, but $50 definitely takes me way fucking back, and I go with $50 for sure.
Hell yeah. Just classic shit from the Clowns.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. And I think I've seen them perform that song live too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they've definitely performed that. Like they bring out like the stools and shit and pretend to play the guitar and stuff.
And I'm not positive, but they may have done it at Strums and Drums too. But I'm not remembering the track list for that.
Which I watched some of that online, and that was a fucking ill performance. I don't care. That was dope.
The Gathering performance was like off the hook.
Oh yeah. All right. So we are on to track number 4, Psychopathics from Outer Space Volume 1. We got Blam by Twisted, but really it's a Mr. Bones song, aka Jamie Madrox, going up against Shake by Zodiac Imprint off Psychopathics from Outer Space 3. Man, I mean, this whole Psychopathics from Outer Space 1, it's just like a classic compilation. Like every fucking song on here is so good.
Right.
And Blam was originally intended for the Something Weird EP from Mr. Bones before Twisted started, and they were still in House of Crazies. And Zodiac Imprint, I believe this is the first time we ever heard Zodiac Imprint, because this came out before Clockwork Gray, I think. So yeah, first time Zodiac Imprint, actually a pretty dope track, one of the better ones off Psychopathics from Outer Space 3.
Yeah, definitely. Blam, it was, it's a great throwback to fucking Mr. Bones. I mean, they put it as Twisted on here, but it's, as you delved into the history and stuff, you're like, yeah, this isn't even House of Crazies. This is a straight up Bones solo track.
Yeah.
And I wasn't a big fan of the chorus, but the whole rest of it was just so fucking mellow and slappy and I love it.
Yeah, just a smooth track.
I gotta say, Shake is probably one of my less favorite tracks on this album. It was really awesome to hear Blaze and the ROC together as Zodiac Imprint, and they fucking work well together, and their voices go well together, going back and forth. I'm not saying the song's terrible. It just wasn't like one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, it's probably due to the chorus. Also, I just hated the no shake yo. But I got to go with Blam. It's a fucking dope song. I like that song.
I'm going with Blam as well. It's fucking just classic shit. Up next, we got, man, every time I read one of these tracks off the first volume, it's like, God damn, it just gets better and better. We got Sleepwalker by ICP going up against, probably the best song off Psychopathics from Outer Space Part 3, My Addiction by Twisted. Sleepwalker, I believe, was a Hollow Wicked giveaway for 99, maybe 2000.
I think it was 99. 2000 was Toxic Love.
Okay. Classic storytelling by Violent J, as usually is the case, especially back in those days. I love that song. I love the whole he's killing in his sleep. He doesn't want to go to sleep. He's in a group therapy session. It's fucking dope. I love that. And then you got My Addiction by Twisted. In my opinion, this has gone down as like a classic Twisted song at this point. Like they perform it live. It's super dope. I remember back in the days, you would hear this in between sets, at ICP shows, any Psychopathic shows, they'd be playing this song as well. Like I said, probably my favorite off Psychopathics from Outer Space Part 3.
Well, Sleepwalker, it was a very fucking unique song back then that they would later use it. The same style on Flip the Rat EP. What song was that for?
I can't remember off the top of my head, but I wasn't a fan only because of the reused flow.
Right. And I mean, it was a little speedier, but
yeah,
it's the way he did the rapping and stuff. It was a cool throwback to Sleepwalker. I fucking love Hollow Wicked tracks for sure. When they get placed on these compilation albums, it's hard for me to pick them just because they belong on like a Hollow Wicked episode for me. And fucking My Addiction is like probably top one of my top 3 favorite Twisted tracks ever. So I'm definitely going with My Addiction by Twisted, based on that.
Oh yeah, I mean this is a tough battle because you got probably My Addiction is just so good, but Sleepwalker. This was the first time I heard Sleepwalker, and it is so classic, as is a lot of those Hollow Wicked tracks. So I mean this is a tough one.
Yeah.
And I'll probably change my decision later on in the show when I'm watching Mike and Sis break it down and I actually hear it.
Right.
But if I got to pick right now, you know what? I'm gonna go with My Addiction as well because it's just so fucking good. It really is.
Like, it's not dated. It's like you could play it now and it wouldn't sound like from a different era or something, you know?
Has that smooth ass beat. I don't know who did the production on there, but it's fucking fire. I love that song.
Yeah, I love it. My Addiction.
All right, up next we got Are You a Rider by the Psychopathic Riders going up against My Van by Boondocks. Are You a Rider? Psychopathic Riders, like, just that whole Dumping album is classic. There's not one bad song on there. I love Are You a Rider? This is my introduction to Psychopathic Riders. Like I said earlier, I didn't get a chance to get the Psychopathic Riders album until after I had the Psychopathics from Outer Space CD. And Boondocks, I was never a fan of Boondocks. I don't know. He's always just been okay at best for me. So yeah,
definitely for Are You a Rider then? Huh?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I gotta say, this was the introduction for a lot of people to Psychopathic Riders, and that track, yeah, their whole fucking Rider gimmick is on full display on that track, and it's a fucking awesome song. My Van by Boondocks, I do like it somewhat. It's not like one of my favorite songs, but I love the way he like. It's a fucking really upbeat, like clothes on a line, I'm 3 sheets to the wind. It was a good Boondocks track.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know the fucking content of it. He got a lot of fucking flack for it because he's basically fucking raping people and shit in his van.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I remember the backlash for that song back in the day. But I'm definitely going with Are You a Rider? Psychopathic Riders over Boondocks.
Just classic shit. ICP, Twisted, Blaze, and Misery. Like,
yep.
Back when Misery was still in the picture.
Yep. Twin Gats.
Yup. All right. On to song number 7. We got She Ain't Afraid by Twisted going up against Put It Down, Blaze Your Dead Homie, Violent J, and Jamie Madrox. Definitely one of the stronger tracks, in my opinion, from Psychopathics from Outer Space 3. And She Ain't Afraid is just that classic raunchy, dirty sex shit from Twisted. And you got it's not even really a verse from Shaggy. He's just talking shit on there, but it's funny as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes perfect with the song. This is a tough one because, hey man, put it down. It's all right. Put the fucking knife down. Like, yeah, I don't know. What are you thinking of these two tracks?
She Ain't Afraid was so fucking awesome to my single, like, just turning 20-year-old self back then, you know?
Yeah.
Trying to, I mean, that song, Let's Get High and Just Fuck, you know?
Yeah.
I love that fucking song. Twisted fucking kills it. And yeah, Shaggy getting in there and just saying shit over. It's hilarious. It's one of them fucking sex tracks that Psychopathic does, or back in the day, you know. But then you got Put It Down. It's a little more serious, and the fucking hey man, put it down. It's all right. And Blaze's story, Violent J's story, they all tell a different story on that track, and they all three like came correct with it.
Yeah.
That's a tough one, but I got to go with She Ain't Afraid. It brings me more happiness.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I remember, like, when I was a kid, in my parents' basement, that song would come down a bit. Well, we got to turn this one down for a little bit.
Yeah.
For
real.
Although I do love She Ain't Afraid, I was listening to part 3 today just to refresh up on it.
Mm-hmm.
And that I'm going to go with Put It Down just because Blaze, Jay, and Madrox, their chemistry on that track. I love the beat. The hook is super fresh. Just a really good song from that album. So I'm going to go with Put It Down.
All right.
All right. Up next, we got off Psychopathics from Outer Space Volume 1, Slim Anus, ICP and Twisted, the infamous Eminem diss over the Slim Shady, I'm Slim Shady, whatever the fuck that song was called, going up against Just a Song I Wrote by DJ Clay. Now, this is a tough one because Slim Anus didn't age well over time, and Just a Song I Wrote isn't that good. So it's kind of two songs going up against each other.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, Slim Anus, when it first came out, man, it was like gold if you had that song,
Yeah.
If you had the actual physical copy of the album that song was on. And this was it right here,
Yeah.
They had played it on Howard Stern for Howard Stern, and that's where Eminem heard it. And then he started coming with the diss tracks, off Marshall Mathers LP, the first one. And yeah, it was on and popping after they dropped fucking.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny, man. Madrox kills Eminem's voice in that song.
Oh, I love that. His impersonation
so,
on there.
Yeah, and a lot of people saying that's just ICP. No, that's Madrox throughout the whole fucking song. Violent J plays Dr. Dre in it.
Yes.
With a couple, things here and there. But that's Madrox, like, straight through it, mixed with Eminem's real voice. And, yeah.
But I can't figure out which Backstreet Boy I want to impregnate.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. It's funny. Yeah, it didn't age very well, but yeah, for that time period, that was fucking awesome. And DJ Clay, that was like the first song he released as like rapping himself,
Yep.
And I'm not saying it was bad. I don't mind it actually. I think it's one of the stronger songs that he's ever put out, I'm just not a huge like Clay artist.
Yeah.
Like vocal artist.
Yeah, I'm for this one, I'm probably gonna go with Slim Anus only because of just when it came out. It was like, oh shit, it's on. And like the hype for that beef at that time, like it was real. So
yeah,
just for that nostalgia sake, I'll go with Slim Anus.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Yeah. Like I said, it didn't age well, but it is what it is. Up next, we got how this song did not make Amazing Juckle Brothers. I'll never fucking know.
No idea.
If I put a top 10 ICP song list together, this will probably be on that list. Dead End ICP featuring Ice-T. Goddamn, this is ICP and Ice-T on death row, all going through different methods of death.
Mm-hmm.
Just classic. Ice-T, he fucking kills it on this song. I fucking love this song so much. So good. Going up against, goddamn, another one of the strongest tracks off of Psychopathics from Outer Space Volume 3, Last Day Alive, Boondocks, Shaggy 2 Dope, and Monoxide. I love that song. All three of them kill it. The beat, I believe Stir Crazy produced that beat. Shout out to Stir Crazy. Like I said, one of the stronger tracks, but fuck, man. Dead End, like I said, one of my all-time favorite ICP songs.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, growing up and listening to, I like grew up on gangster rap and like Death Row Records was like my fucking that was my label back then, you know.
Yep.
And Ice-T, he wasn't on Death Row, but he fucking came out with Colors and fucking OG Original Gangsta. That album was like in my deck quite a bit. And then years later, when I started fucking with ICP, it like blew my mind that they had a track with Ice-T, you know? It was like shit, you know? And yeah, that was supposed to be on Jekyll Brothers. It would have fit in there somewhere. I don't know
Somewhere.
where, but
Yeah.
but definitely Dead End, yeah, that's definitely like one of the top tier tracks they've ever put out. The content is great. Uh I fucking love it. I'm going with Dead End for sure. Last Day Alive, it's not a bad song, you know. I enjoy it. They
Yep.
did well on it. Stir Crazy killed the beat. But Dead End, yeah, it's hard to fuck with that one.
Yeah, man. I absolutely love that song. Every once in a while, for whatever reason, that Ice-T verse pops up in my head, and I'm like, all right, I have to listen to that fucking song. Like, you know, when you
Mhm.
get something stuck in your head and it's like, you just have to listen to it.
Yep.
That's one of those tracks. Goddamn, I'll probably listen to it after we get off here. That's how much
Right.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
All right, up next, we got Redneck Ho 99, the remake, ICP and Twisted, going up against Zombie by Twisted, Redneck Ho 99. Fantastic remake of the original that was on Carnival of Carnage. I love Jamie Madrox's verse on there. How it's like they speed up the rap, the beat completely
Hmm.
switches up, just like how they did with John Kick Jazz on the Carnival of Carnage version. And then Zombie is an okay track by Twisted. I don't know, feels like something that they just had sitting around and they needed it for Psychopathics from Outer Space 3 and threw it on there.
Yeah, Redneck Ho 99. I really wish they would have came out. They should, you know, do it again. I think they can up another Redneck Ho for nowadays, you know. Fucking classic off Carnival of Carnage. This was such a good fucking song. It's one of my favorite on the album. Uh Twisted's fucking breakdown in the middle of it. Uh they all fucking killed it. The whole content is hilarious.
Yeah.
Uh Violent J when he raps and then he gets lost in his rapping, you know. A redneck, funky turkey, chicken neck. I mean, it just sounds like, yeah, he didn't mean to say it that way. It just, that's fucking Violent J. They left it and it
Yeah.
fucking fits it perfectly, you know? And yeah, I fucking love Redneck Code 99.
I think
Definitely on
Shaggy's
that.
verse on Redneck Co 99 is way better than the one that was on Carnival of Carnage. The way he's
Mhm.
saying his verse, bitch, it's Shags. Before you take up them rags, you know, I love that shit. So I'm gonna go Redneck Co 99.
Yeah. Zombie, I do like that track. It's probably one of my favorite on Outer Space 3. Uh, I love the chorus on it, basically. And the whole concept about it. I like that song.
You going Redneck Co 99?
Going with Redneck Co 99.
All righty, it's looking like a landslide here, folks. But we're continuing on. We're on to track 11 off Psychopathics from Outer Space 1, Somebody's Dissing You by Twisted, going up against Girls They Love Me by Blaze Ya Dead Homie. Somebody Dissing You, classic shit off Most Tasteless. It's like that real hip hop shit from Twisted, them just rapping their asses off over an ill beat. And Girls They Love Me, it's an okay track, nothing special to me. I remember liking it a lot more back in the day. When I listened to it today, I was excited for the song to come on, and then it came on, and I was like, "Oh, I don't. I thought this was better." I was like, "I used to
Yeah,
love this song, but not
yeah,
so much anymore."
yeah. Somebody's dissing you. Yeah, that's one of my least favorite songs on this album. Um, Girls They Love Me. I kept thinking this was a Zodiac track because ROC's like all over that song.
Yeah, I thought it was a Zodiac imprint song too.
But seeing the fucking track list here, yeah, it just says Blaze You Dead Homie. So that's interesting. But I do like Girls They Love Me, and I think I like it more than I like Somebody's Dissing, actually.
Okay. Yeah, I used to like that song, The Girls They Love Me.
I could listen to it today and be like, that song fucking sucks. But,
Yeah.
From what I'm remembering in my head, I dug it.
You going with Girls They Love Me?
Yeah.
All right. All right. What do we got next? All right. We got another song. Like all these tracks that could have made Amazing Jocko Brothers are fucking great. And we got The Amazing Maze by ICP going up against If I Was God by ICP. The Amazing Maze, another like kind of game show type feeling song. They put these people in the Amazing Maze. They got to go through rooms and they're coming across all these crazy fucking things, getting slaughtered and all that. If I Was God, I'll be honest, I skipped it when I listened back to it today. Just I was never really a big fan of that song.
The Amazing Maze. Now that I think about it, I think that was the first single off the Pendulum series.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
I mean, I could be wrong, but that looks more familiar than $50 being. I think $50 was like the third, but The Amazing Maze, I fucking love it. You got Legs Diamond and Madrox being like the commentators.
Jimbo Jism.
Yeah, Jimbo Jism. Hello, sexy. I'm Grim Love. I'm gonna have a look at your milk dud. I fucking love the song. The picture it paints in your head, you can just see it, and I fucking love The Amazing Maze. If I Was God, I get the concept and everything. It's not a bad song, but it cannot hold a flame to The Amazing Maze. That song is too fucking classic, man.
It really is. The beat, Shags when he's doing his
You
shit.
fucked up. You fucked up is where that fucking chant came from. Was that from the song?
I love that song. It's so dope. Really good. Just classic shit from ICP, really. And how like Amazing Maze, Dead End, Redneck 099, fucking what's the other one? $50 didn't make Amazing Jocko Brothers is crazy because they're all great songs, but then you go look at Jocko Brothers and there's not one bad song on that album either. So I guess they had to cut some good songs.
Yeah. They had a lot of music saved up around that time.
Yes, sir. All right. Up next, we got Old School Pervert by Twisted. It's really just I don't know if it's a Mr. Bones song or Jamie Madrox, but it's a solo track by Madrox, aka Bones, if it is Bones, going up against Torn Possession by Boondocks. Old School Pervert, again, just classic, nasty, raunchy sex shit.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love the beat. The beat's fire. Jamie Madrox's flow on there is just smooth, really dope. Torn Possession by Boondocks. Just not a fan of Boondocks, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no hate there. Old School Pervert, yeah. Just the way it fucking goes in. If I licked your pussy, would you suck my dick? And Madrox's flow is just steady and smooth through the whole thing. And it's just the bass line in the back. And it's just a fucking chill song all the way through. It's just like you ride the fucking wave through that song.
Right.
Yeah, I love Old School Pervert. Torn Possession, I'm not a big fan of it. I wouldn't say it's terrible. But Boondocks, you just can't put Boondocks up against a classic fucking album like this, like on any of the tracks.
Right.
Definitely Old School Pervert.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Classic shit. All right. Up next, we got Who? Psychopathic Riders. That was just ICP and Twisted. But classic Psychopathic Riders shit, as that whole first album was. Going up against, let's see, 14 Reason by Motown Rage. I'll tell you right now, I probably never listened to that Motown Rage song in full ever.
You know, much love to Razor Ray. He's a fucking awesome guy. But as far as Motown Rage goes, I just couldn't fuck with it. I have the album With Us or Against Us. I got it basically just to support the label, and you know, Hatchet House, I believe it was dropped on. Um, but who? Come on, Violent J's fucking verse alone in that like takes out most of this album. You know,
Right.
I mean, you saw the show, say I didn't rock it. You know, I'm talking about walking a fat bitch through the mall in a half t-shirt and
Right.
come on, who? Fucking love who?
Yeah, classic gangsta shit from the Riders. I love that song. The beat,
Yeah,
I believe that was a Cypress Hill beat off the remix and revamped album that they did.
Don't nobody. Yeah, great
Classic
song.
shit. All right, we're on to the last song here. The last song on Psychopathics from Outer Space Volume 1 is Meat Cleaver, ICP, Twisted in Misery. More classic shit off the Most Tasteless album. This was like the real first Psychopathic Records posse cut like ever.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's going up against Hatchet Man by the Hatchet Family. I've never been a fan of that song. It's slow. It's boring to me. I get it. I get the, I get like the message behind it, what they're rapping about and everything, but it's not for me.
It didn't really hold up.
Yeah.
No, it's like, yeah.
Fucking
Meat Cleaver. Man, I love that song actually.
Hell yeah.
I mean, the chorus was kind of weird, and it took me forever to figure out what the Twisted one was saying. I think. No, It ain't Limp Bizkit. The name is Twisted, right?
No, and if you missed it, the name is Twisted.
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
I kept thinking it says it ain't Limp Bizkit. The name is Twisted. So, yeah, some of the words were hard to make out for me, I guess. Or I was smoking a lot of weed when I listened to that track a lot.
Right.
But yeah, I fucking love Violent J's part where he talks about Sting.
Yeah,
that was a huge wrestling mark, and talking about Sting. The whole song is pretty dope.
I love Misery's verse on there, even though half of it is in Spanish and I can't understand it. He kills it.
Yeah, he does, man. He did very well, and it fit that song. They all meld together really well together.
That's one thing I'll never get is the whole Misery thing.
Mm-hmm.
He was dope. He was like that real hip hop shit. He's just a dude from New York, and he didn't really spit that wicked shit, but he fit in with Psychopathic Records so good. Like it made sense, but for whatever reason, it didn't work out. And it's such a shame because his EP, that EP is fucking fire. Like one of the best Psychopathic releases, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And I would have loved to get that full length album from him on Psychopathic in 99, 2000, whenever it was supposed to come out.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Parla-Isla.
Yeah.
The fucking great album. Misery. I dig Misery. That whole era was weird because I was at the gathering when I don't know what the rumor is. Like somebody in Misery's crew pulled a knife on Twisted.
Someone stabbed Blaze with scissors.
So yeah, I'm not sure what the exact story was. I was there because everybody was like, Bone Thugs is trying to beat up Twisted or some shit. So everybody's just fucking crowded together, went out of our hotel and went to the convention center. And yeah, but it was already done by then. And then they said it was Misery's crew. And after that gathering, Misery was like excommunicated and couldn't come on the gathering grounds the next year. So he was like peddling his fucking music like at the entrance, but not on the grounds,
Right.
So it was a weird era.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna finish it off with Meat Cleaver, just a classic song.
Yeah.
Much better than Hatchet Man.
Hatchaman, it was all right. I mean, it wasn't. I don't know. It just really doesn't hold up these days. To hear that song. Um, I liked Violent J's verse about talking about handing the Hatchaman down to his grandson. That was dope. You know, I I dug the song. Meat Cleaver definitely though. Hatchaman just kind of I fell to the wayside, I guess.
Yeah,
I appreciate it for what it was back then, but
yeah, it just didn't hold up.
Yeah.
All right, and as I usually do, I keep score, and we scored this the same, even though there was a couple tracks where we voted different. The final score for both of us, Psychopathics from Outer Space, Volume 1, scored a total of 13 points each against 2 for Psychopathics from Outer Space 3. But that's not to take away from the really good songs from Psychopathics from Outer Space 3. It's just that the first one just has so much like classic material, that late 90s psychopathic shit. Like, it's really hard to beat anything from that era.
Yeah, definitely. You'd have to put up another album from this era to go up against this album, I think.
Yeah. Without a doubt. It's just, Murder, 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 Sleepwalker, Dead End, The Amazing Maze. It's
$50, the Writer's Tracks. Yeah, that's
not
hard,
much.
Man.
Not much is beating it. And the couple tracks that did, I think it just happened to line up. For the songs I picked, it just happened to line up perfect for those two tracks.
Right. So I'm pretty curious. I already think that Mike and Siznak are probably going to lean more to this.
Yeah.
I don't know. Siznak does have some surprises here and there with what he really digs. So, but Mike's more of the inline of us old schooler heads right here.
Yeah.
Not saying Siznak ain't old school, but he does have a lot of the newer taste also. So
it'll be curious. A lot of these UFCDs have been closer than I anticipated. I don't see how this one could be close, but who the fuck knows? Anything could go down during UFCD.
Never know.
Mike and Sis getting high as shit, eyes barely open, vibing out to the music. Shout out to Mike and Sis. They kill it though.
Yeah, they do a very good job. Shout out to Brooklyn for even putting all this together.
Studio 17
graphics and all that good shit, man. The intros, it's a lot of hard work, man.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, shout out to Brooklyn Studio 17. They're killing it. They got programming pretty much damn near every fucking day. I see every time I log onto YouTube, there's a new video by Studio 17 up there. So very dope to see.
Definitely putting out the content for the Juggalo YouTube community for sure.
Yes, sir. And I think we can just wrap it up.
Yeah,
if you want.
We're about to wrap it up. We'll see you guys next week. We're not sure what the albums are. It'll be a surprise for us. We'll find out tonight, I guess, if they release it.
Yes, sir. And stay tuned. 10:50, 5 minutes away. Mike and Sis, UFCD, Psychopathics from Outer Space Volume 1, going up against Psychopathics from Outer Space Volume 3. Much love to everybody. We're out. Peace.